Well, if you are looking for a ice fishing opportunity this family day long weekend, I might suggest you head up into the Cold Lake area. There is an interesting ice fishing tournament taking place. And to give us a little bit more information about it, a real pleasure to welcome, as I understand it, one of the best guides for the Cold Lake area, Kim Gray, is joining us from Cold Lake. Kim, thanks very much for taking some time.
No problem.
Let's talk a little bit about the ice fishing tournament. How did all of this come together?
Well, it's something that's been in the works for a few years, and it's sort of a combination of a lot of different people's ideas, but it was mainly to help fund the men's shed through age-friendly Cold Lake.
Yeah, that's quite an interesting piece of work that's taking place up there, and basically the organization helps men who live on their own, I guess, of a certain age, and provides them with an opportunity to get together and work on all sorts of different types of projects, including, as I understand it, a really nice looking fishing hut.
They made a fantastic fishing hut that is one of the raffles at the ice tournament.
So talking about the tournament itself specifically, what are the rules surrounding the tournament? I guess, or even before we get to the rules, talk about how people can submit their names, their teams, and get involved.
Yeah, it's because of COVID, we tried to make it as hands-off as possible. Everything is done through Fish Donkey app. You can register there. Your fish are entered through that app by taking pictures of the fish on a weigh scale or on a measure board, and then you also, because it's a catch and release only tournament, you also must show a picture or a small video of the fish being released.
Well, it sounds like you've really made some great adaptations to the, as you say, the COVID situation, and having to come up with some new rules. At this point, do you have an idea of just how many anglers have enrolled?
Well, we're allowed 400, and at this time we have 290.
So you're getting there. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Let's just hope the weather cooperates for you and this deep freeze passes along.
Yeah, it could be a little bit warmer.
So everything is taking place right on Cold Lake. And
yes.
What species of fish are we talking? Are we talking the lake trout? Are we talking walleye? What are we talking about here?
Strictly lake trout.
Okay. And as someone who has spent a great deal of their time guiding up on that lake, do you have an idea of what maybe the winning fish might have to be?
It'll be, I would think, somewhere around 36 to 38 inches. We had one caught just last week that was 37 3/4.
Wow, that's a decent size.
A week too soon.
There you go. Yeah, no kidding, eh? That person might be wishing they had held off for the week. That's for sure. So, in terms of a cost to register, what are we looking at?
The open division is $50 per person for the 3 days, and kids 12 and under is $25.
Okay, and in terms of the dates, when does it get underway? We know it's during the long weekend, but times and is there sort of a meeting place that people have to go to and get further instructions?
Well, when you go through Fish Donkey, there is everything there that you download that tells you, has all the rules, starting times, ending times. As long as you have a Schedule A signed, then you don't have to meet at any special place before you start or not. The entries, when you enter a fish, it is time stamped. So you can't enter a fish today for next week.
Fair enough. Talk a little bit about the prizes. What's available for anglers to win?
Well, when we first set this up, our cash and prize was going to be a total of $10,000, but we've had such a fantastic response from sponsors, and that from Cold Lake, Edmonton, Calgary, Lloydminster, that now we're sitting at $20,000 of cash and prizes.
That's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, the businesses around this area are just fantastic. So we have prizes where there's stays in lodges, there's cash prizes, there's a lot of fishing oriented prizes, downriggers, trolling motors, fish finders. It's for the first year, it's been just a fantastic turnout.
Do you think, Kim, it had a little bit to do with the pandemic, that people are just, so ready to get out, and businesses are wanting to really come up and support something like this? Because I guess ultimately it's going to be the anglers that turn around and help support those businesses, won't it?
Exactly. Yeah, it definitely, I think there's definitely a lot more people fishing now because of the pandemic. And we see a lot of people that have said, they've always wanted to fish Cold Lake, but instead they've traveled to other provinces and whatnot, where now they can't do that. So they've taken the opportunity to fish Cold Lake. And a lot of them are mad that they hadn't fished it earlier, because it is a fantastic fishery.
It is certainly that. I know I am guilty, as you just indicated. I have not fished it yet. It is certainly on my list. That is for sure. In terms of sort of the cutoff date for someone to register for the tournament, Kim, what are we looking at?
There is no cutoff date. There's only a cutoff number. We're allowed 400. So even if it comes to the very last day of the tournament, if you want to enter and there's a spot available, then you can enter.
So you're just about at 300 now. We've got just a few more days left for the long weekend. So if folks are interested, they better log on to Fish Donkey and get themselves registered for this first time up in Cold Lake. Kim, we wish you nothing but the best. Hopefully that weather's going to improve, and maybe we'll do a follow-up with you after the tournament and find out just how things all came together.
Sounds good.